finally here to do my anticipated sequels of 2018. I'm splitting up my anticipated reads into 2 videos here because there are so many sequels coming out that I'm just going to do a video purely about the sequels that are getting released in 2018, and then I will do a video of all the new books that are coming out in 2018 that I want to read. So it's going to be a split video, but there's definitely going to be more sequels than new books happening, so hopefully that makes sense the way I'm doing this. I just feel like it will be easier to talk about, and I've written them up in different lists too, so I can sort of look at different things and know what I'm doing. Also guys, this is going to be in no particular order. I started writing them down before I really thought about getting the dates, and because they're all written down and it's all in my nice book, you know, I'm going to read them out in the order that I've written them. So they're going to be all different release dates, and I can't remember really the release dates for all of them, so I'm probably doing the worst video here, but I'm just telling you I'm anticipating these books, but just I do not have them in any particular order whatsoever. So number 1 is obviously going to be Throne of Glass Book 7 by Sarah J Maas. We have no title or cover, but we do know that it's coming out on September 4th, hopefully, which I hope it really is going to be coming out at this time. But I am just generally so excited, and I just can't wait. And the second release I have too is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas. That's coming out around May, and I am so keen. So we do have a title for this book, but we don't actually have a cover yet, but I'm excited. It's going to be a novella, and it's probably going to be like 300 pages long, so I'm keen. Number 3 on my list is Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare, and yes, I am so keen, guys, and this is coming out on December 4th, and I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. It's going to be a beautiful conclusion that's going to kill me, and because this book is coming out, I've decided I'm going to do a reread of all the Cassandra Clare books that I have, except for the novella bind-up. So I'm going to be reading The Mortal Instruments, The Infernal Devices, and the first 2 books in the Dark Artifices trilogy, so I am going to be reading one each month. And even though I just made all these videos about my goals and how I really want to get my TBR lower, this is just something I really want to do, and it's been 5 years since I've like read from these books, except for Lady Midnight and The Lord of Shadows, but I just feel like it's something I really want to do. And I also kind of want to reread the Throne of Glass series before the 6 books comes out, so I just have my head really refreshed for it. So about 20% of the books I'm going to read probably are going to be rereads, which is not good for my TBR, but I'm going to keep trying to read, keep trying not to buy, but I'm just so keen for this book and this reread, and I'm just so excited about it. The next release is Warstorm by Victoria Aveyard, and I think this is coming out in like June, but I'm not sure. So I do say like some of them I do know the release dates, but most of them I do not. But this is the 4th and final book in the Red Queen Quartet. I have not read King's Cage yet, but I'm gonna do it, and I really want to read Warstorm, so I need to read this 3rd book and then I can read Warstorm, but I'm really excited for it. The next release is Everlife by Gina Showalter, and this is coming out I think in the next month, February. It's coming out in February. Yes, it's coming out next month. This is the 3rd book in the Lifeblood trilogy, and I have only read the 1st book, so I've still got the 2nd book to read. It was an anticipated read for last year, same as King's Cage, so I will hopefully read it before the release of this book. I'm not just going to read the 3rd book, but I'm excited. Okay, the next book I'm anticipating is the next book in the Lady Helen series, or the Dark Days Club series, or whatever it's called, but I'm not sure if it's going to actually come out this year. There is a couple of books that don't even have release dates yet, but they do say that they'll be coming out in 2018, but it's been a year since the last one got published, so I'm not sure if this is happening, but I need it. Like, I loved it so much, but we don't have a cover, a title, or anything. Like, I think I did read somewhere that it may be September, but I'm getting worried that the author is not going to write this next book anytime soon, so I've got it on my list, but if it doesn't come out, then it doesn't come out. The next release I've got on my list is Hero of the Fall by Alwyn Hamilton, and I have not read the 2nd book in this trilogy, but I will get there, and then I'll read the 3rd book. Same as with the other books, I just didn't get to that last anticipated read, but I really tried, so I'm very excited for this book just to know how it's going to conclude, and I really love the world that she wrote in Rebel of the Sands, so I'm excited for this to come out. Number 9 on my list is A Reefer at the Gates by Sabah Tahir. Yes, I have not read the sequel, A Torch Against the Night, but still, I'm anticipating this. It's been a few years, I think, since A Torch Against the Night came out, so to have the next one coming out is really exciting, except for the fact that the cover's not going to match at all, but I've already bought these books a couple of times trying to get them in the really nice hardcovers, and now they've made the cover change, which is very annoying for me, so I'm just going to have different covers of this series, and I'll just have to deal with it because I'm just not buying the first ones again. It's too much pressure, but I'm still excited. Number 10 on my list is the 3rd book in the Nevernight trilogy by Jay Kristoff, and this is apparently going to be coming out on September 4th, which I'm so keen for. God's Grave was so great, and I just can't wait for this book. Like, honestly, It's gonna be an epic finale and I'm just so keen. The next book I'm anticipating is Nightblood by Abbeyleec, and this is the third and final book in the Frostfire trilogy. I've still got Nightblood to read, but I'm planning to read it very, very soon. Like, I loved the first book, so I'm very keen to read the second one, and then sometime in July I think this one's coming out, so it was really not even much time between each release of her books, which was so cool. The next book I'm anticipating is the third book in the Diabolic Trilogy by S.J. Kincaid, and there is no title or cover and no release date yet. So again, this is another one that may or may not come out this year. Like, I don't know. So I've got it on the list because the last book came out in 2017, so I'm assuming it will be out in 2018, but who knows. Next book I'm anticipating is Blood of a Thousand Stars by Rhoda Belzer. I can never say her name. And this is coming out on the 20th of February, and I'm excited. I really did like Empress of a Thousand Skies, so I'm excited for the sequel and just the cover. Like, I love how there's faces actually in the cover, and it just makes it look really awesome. Next book I'm anticipating is Poison's Kiss by Brianna Shields, and this is coming out on the 16th of February, which is very exciting, so not very far to wait. But the first book wasn't the best, but I still want to find out what's going to happen, so I'm keen. Okay, the next book I'm anticipating is The Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, but again, this is one that probably won't be coming out anytime soon. Strange the Dreamer came out last year. We're all hoping that it will, but she is a slow writer, so if it doesn't come out, then I'm not really that concerned. I mean, I want the story, but she should write at her own pace and release it when she wants to. Okay, the next book I'm anticipating is My Plain Jane by Cynthia Ham, Brody Ashton, and Jodie Meadows. That's a mouthful to say all those authors' names, but I'm so excited. I love the story of Jane Eyre, and I just can't even wait for this. Like, it's gonna be so cool seeing this in their version of writing, which is so funny and adorable and great, and I just love the cover too. It's so beautiful. Number 17 is Defy the Worlds by Claudia Gray, and this is coming out in April sometime, and I'm so keen to see what's going to happen in this series because it left on a bit of a cliffhanger-y kind of atmosphere. I'm excited. I just can't wait. The next release is Shadow Song by S.J. Jones, and this is coming out in February sometime, I think, and I'm excited. Again, the first book wasn't that great, but it's just like most of these sequels, I do want to find out what's going to happen and see if they will redeem themselves in any way. Like, there's a few series that I read last year that I'm just like, nah, not even going to try again because they were just so bad, but this one I want to try again. The next book I'm excited about is Smoke in the Sun by Renee Ahdieh, and I am so excited. Flame in the Mist has to be one of my favorite books of 2017, so I just want to see this, and there is no cover yet, so I'm just excited to read this book and when it comes out, and just, I can't wait. I love Renee Ahdieh, and she writes beautiful stories, and it's going to be amazing. The next book I'm anticipating is Legendary by Stephanie Garber, and I just can't wait. I still really don't know what actually is happening with this book. Like, is it going to follow the character of the first book, or is it going to go to the sister? I don't know, but I'm excited. The next book I'm anticipating is The Traitor Prince by CJ Redwin. So this will be the third book in the Ravenspire Quartet, and I think it's coming out in like July or could be earlier. I can't even remember. There's so many anticipated releases. There's over 30 on this list, and I'm sorry if this video is going for a while, but I'm really trying to get through them, but it can be a bit difficult, but I'm excited. Next book I'm anticipating is the next book in the Three Dark Crowns Quartet by Kendare Blake, and I think this should be coming out around September 4th, so again, no cover, no title, but we do have a release date, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it will come out. Next book I'm anticipating is Restore Me by Tahara Mafe, and yes, this book comes out on my birthday, which is March 6th, so I am very, very, very excited for this. Like, I'm saying it's a sequel too because it is a continuation of the first trilogy, so yes. The next book I'm anticipating is Chainbreaker by Tara Sim, and this came out on the 2nd of January, so I have already ordered it and it is coming my way. I do need to read Timekeeper first, but it's only one book that I need to read before I can go into Chainbreaker, so it's not too hard, so yeah, I'm excited. The next book I'm excited about is Catwoman Stolsea by Sarah J. Maas. So this is the third book that she's going to be publishing in the span of a year, so we get 3 books from her, but I really loved Wonder Woman, and the DC Icons books I think are really a great idea, so I can't wait to see her spin and also have a new story from her. The next book I'm anticipating is Sight Witch by Susan Dennard. I'm planning to read Truth Witch and Wind Witch in the next couple of months. I'm actually doing a buddy read for Truth Witch this month with some of my friends, and then I can read the next book. Then I can hopefully read Sight Witch, which is coming out next year. Like, I assumed at first that Blood Witch, the third book in this series, was going to be coming out, but no, we're getting Sight Witch, which is a story set before Truth Witch. It's all a bit confusing, but at least we're getting a book in this series, and I'm quite excited to read it. The next book I'm excited about is Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Like, obviously I'm excited for this, but I still have a book to read before I can get into this one. The next book I'm anticipating is Escaping from Houdini by Kerry Malascalo, and this is the third book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper quartet, which is gonna be now, which is exciting. So I'm actually reading Hunting Prince Dracula at the moment, so I'm very excited for this book, but it does come out in like September or something, so it's a bit sad. The next book I'm anticipating is Tarnished City by Vic James, and even though this came out in paperback in 2017, the hardcover doesn't actually come out in 2018, really early on. I think it's like February. I've got a calendar just up here if you notice me looking away. Like, I've written the dates and I'm trying to like see it, but it's a bit far away, so some of them I can see and some of them can't. So again, sorry that I don't know all the dates for all the books, so I feel really bad. The next book I'm anticipating is Renegades 2 by Marissa Meyer. I don't know a name or a title or a release date, so again, this could be one that does not potentially come out in the year. So I'm hoping, but again, it may potentially not. The next book I'm anticipating is Whisper of the Tide by Sarah Tolska. This is the second book in the Song of the Current duology, and I got the first book in a YA Chronicles package and I really enjoyed it, so I'm anticipating the second book, and it's coming out, I think, June, I think. The next book I'm anticipating is Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu, and this came out on the 2nd of January, so again, another book that I've already ordered and it's coming away for me to read, but I'm excited to read another book by Marie Lu and see her Batman story, and just, it's gonna be awesome. And the last sequel that I'm anticipating is Winter Glass by Lexa Hillier, and she wrote Spindlefire, which was the first book, and this is going to be a duology, and I'm just excited to see what the characters are going to do in this book, and I really liked Spindlefire. It's just the story wasn't taken far enough for me, so hopefully the sequel will redeem itself. Oh my god, I am so sorry in advance if this video goes for like a gazillion minutes. So there was 34 sequels that I'm anticipating, and then there is a few of them though that I'm not sure if they actually will come out, so that is a bit less, but you see what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm going to finish all my anticipated reads because there is a gazillion of them. But anyway guys, hopefully you liked this video, and hopefully you're anticipating some of the ones that I'm anticipating. But the good thing is, most of these are like the ends of a duology or a series or whatever, so in 2019 when I have to do a video, hopefully I can combine them all and there won't be as many because a lot of things are ending this year. But anyway guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you later. Bye!